Hey guys, this is Desi the Blonde at MSN.com. Yes, that's my email. I'm going to do a couple books, and I want to show you. I got these the other day, and I told the author I would read them. I'd listen to them. And I'm going to show you. This is called A Witch's Journey at Lobster Cove by Tina Stetler. It's an audio book by the Wild Rose Press Incorporation. I'm going to show it to you.
This is Audible.
A Witch's Journey, the Lobster Cove series, written by Tina Stetler, narrated by Kate Tyler.
Alright, this book is it's got 25 chapters in it. It is a little over 9.5 hours long. So if you're gonna listen to it, it's gonna probably have to take you a day and a half. Me, I listened to it yesterday, so it didn't take me that long because I do read books and listen to books at the same time and do my computer, so I'm a multitasker. What I did is I'm on the groups, all the authors still ask me, does you want to read this, you want to read that? I do. Well, this one is a really good one. If you believe in witches and wares, it's pretty cool because you're going to have a mixture of characters in this book. The story goes way back to the witches' trial back in Salem, Massachusetts. So, when the witches were on trial for, whatever they did. And they turn around and they go into Lobster Cove, which is a little town up in Maine. Okay. The family is the daughter, the dad, and the mom right now that's alive. And there's what you would call a ghost that walks the property, which is an aunt. She was the original owner of the property. And she was murdered on the property at one time by somebody in town. Okay, that's all I can say. He's a warlock, more or less like a warlock. He had power that he ended up killing her. But what it did is it come down to here you got the property and then one aunt's on the property and she says, I can't handle this no more. It's a big property, she's got a cabin. And who's going to come up help take care of it? Well, the only one that's left is the mom and dad. But they don't want the property. So, their daughter. Well, she comes up and she turns around and gets the property.
Chapter 1. Sometimes you have to slam a door before opening a window. A loud knock on the apartment door.
This is how the story goes.
The scrying crystal connected to a delicate gold chain that seconds before floated in the air.
She is telling her own future. She's saying, where am I going to go?
Then came to a rest on a dog-eared map of the United States. Pepper cursed.
Pepper is, I'd say she's in her early 20s, probably about 25, 26 years old. So she's still fairly young. But what she is, she had gone to college. She got a degree in marine biology. And she was working in a habitat that rehabilitated animals. She just learned how to do her powers. And so some of her powers aren't all the way, there's steps that you have to go through to be able to get your full witching powers. Well, the story is that she ends up getting a letter from her lawyer. She never knew this guy, and the guy that turned around and brought her says, I'm just a solicitor, hon. Here's my card. And then he goes, oh, you're moving? She had already packed her truck and her trailer because she was evicted from her apartment. She goes, damn, what am I going to do now? You know? So, all of a sudden, he says, ma'am, open up the letter, you'll see. So she opens up the letter. She's sitting there opening up the letter. And she goes, I don't even know where this is. What? Oh, God, my old cabin. You know, she used to go up to the cabin with her mom and dad when she was a kid. And they said, what's going on with my aunt? Why can't my aunt take care of it anymore? Well, her aunt couldn't handle what was going on. And so, there she goes. She's going to Maine. So she turns around, ends up in Maine. Okay, she says, well, what am I going to do? She goes to the lawyer's office and she turns around and tells the secretary, hey, my name's so-and-so. I'm here to check on the property. I'm supposed to come up and take care of our property. And so the lawyers get a hold of her, give her all these papers. But see, she knows what the papers are about because she has done, different paperwork for different things. And she turned around and she said, I really don't have the money. He said, honey, you don't have to worry. You're rich. You got money coming in and out, and there's investments in the property that's paying off really good. Okay, what do I do? He goes, go up and look at the property. It was about 2 miles, maybe more, from the house, from town. So it's still in Lobster Cove. It's a little lobster town. You go through it and you're through the town. But here she is, and she says, okay, I'm going to go up there and look. He gives her the keys. But he told her, he said, the barns are going to need some work on, and there's a handyman that's going to help you. He's been paid by the estate, so he's there whenever you need the help. And she turns around, she pulls in the driveway, and there's a truck. But she didn't know who the heck it was, so, here she left all of her furniture when she left because she never had anything. She had to get rid of everything, so she just, took her personal belongings and said, I'm leaving. Well, when she left, she took a bird with her from the sanctuary because the bird was screaming bloody murder. So she had the bird in the back seat and said, okay, wait a minute, I got to go get something out of the back seat. So she brings the bird into the house, sits her cage down, says, be quiet and I'll get to you. Well, things happen now. The story goes on. The guy that she met, he's a hunk. She said, she'll turn around through the whole book. God damn, he's got a good ass on him. And the story is really good because you get into how the witches and the guy that's in town is like a warlock type thing. He's had powers against him, and he got rebuked by her mom while they were in high school. He said, she was always for me and never nobody else. But, another witch, a male witch, turned around and caught her attention. And then they got married. And so what's going on is that her mom and dad told her that, you're going to have to take care of the property. All right, that's all right. I'll do it. She has her hands full, and let me think. Hold on a second. Let me think again. Let me write this down. I'm going to have